Twitch bans are happening.
The sheer stupidity of this all is truly mind-boggling. So I want to walk you through the first time I ever got warned. So to remind you guys, the first time I ever got banned was me saying that Denim's only good content was on her OnlyFans and nobody should consider her worth listening to. Which, you know, to be honest, it was a little bit mean, but where's the lie? The second time I got banned was, and this one, I believe it was the second or the third. I'm trying to remember. The first time I ever got banned, I believe, was...
I didn't know he got suspended for that.
For...
I mean, to be fair, that's called soliciting.
Telling a Twitch chatter to kill themselves. Which, to be completely honest, that was completely justified.
I don't understand this one. Why is telling someone to do that bad? What's wrong with that? I completely disagree with this. You should be able to say that if you want to. I think that should not be against the rules. Plain and simple.
I was reacting to anime. I told them to put a shotgun in their mouth and kill themselves. And to be fair, totally reasonable. I absolutely wear that wear that band as a badge of dishonor because I went over the deep end that day. I was very grumpy, to be fair. And I had a really big tummy ache too, but I have not ever told a chatter to kill themselves since then. I have learned from my mistake. Now, the next time I got banned was me calling everybody's favorite streamer, Frogan, fat. Now, I want to remind you that Frogan is roughly 5'2" and roughly
Hassan's part of the internet. Yeah, Twitch does love them.
300 pounds. So I got banned for a descriptor. I called Frogan fat. I get banned for 2 weeks. It gets appealed down to 2 days and 18 hours, roughly.
Sure.
And by the way, this is after her saying that all American soldiers deserve PTSD, and as well as America deserve 9/11. Yes.
I think that was Hassan that said that, but the PTSD, and she never got in trouble for that.
They probably all said that
either.
Oh, by the way, she didn't get banned for that. Now, let's talk about why I got banned this time.
Okay, here we go.
It's actually due to 2 streamers.
Here we go.
Not 1, but 2.
Oh.
And this is great. So, here it is. 7-day suspension for sexual requests, graphic or derogatory sexual statements, or unwanted sexual content. And you might be wondering, oh, techie, what did you do this time?
Right.
Well, there are 2 streamers who have been really talking about me for months. Actually, what's crazy is talking about me for years.
What?
And their names are Denims and Minx. Yep. Oh, man. You know where this is going, guys. So this is a whole clip of Denims mocking my trauma about worrying about my father when I told a story about...
By the way, I fully agree with that. That's based.
How when he was deployed, he got his legs... The skin of his legs completely blown off, as well as his ear cut off in the war, and her laughing and...
Bro, how do you get only 1 ear cut off, though? I mean, did he try?
My fucking face, and saying that he fucking deserved it, and that I probably made up the entire story. That's the first clip. Here's the second one.
I mean, does his dad have 2 ears and skin on his legs? Oh, no.
This is Denims calling me a sexual predator on Kick. Very fun.
Ooh.
To a total of time of recording, 47,000 people. But if we go further, it actually reached 1 million people.
Oh, nice.
And trust me,
that's a lot to say.
Denims and I have a very shady history because I don't know why. This woman is absolutely obsessed with me. Now, here is Denims once again.
Yeah, it was weird. Denims was in Austin, and she was hanging out with other people, but she never wanted to hang out with me. I don't know why. Yeah.
The smell?
I don't know why. What could possibly be the reason?
Calling me a rapist and saying I can't sue her because it's not defamation, because in her words, I did that shit.
Denims, wait, what?
The reason Tectone can't sue me is because he
that's pretty bold.
Did that shit.
And there's a whole bunch of other goodies in that clip. Yes.
Okay, so so here's what's so stupid about this is that if she's calling him a rapist and a sex pest, even if it is true, she doesn't know that. She has no information on that. She has no insight into this. She doesn't have any fucking idea. She's just saying this randomly.
Holy. I mean, true, but that's not how it works in the slightest. But okay, true.
I want to let you know that this woman is so obsessed with harassing me that she is now
Oh
at
no!
the point.
Oh no! A woman harassed you, bruh. I mean, man up, man the fuck up. A woman harassing you, a woman harassing a man. I don't know about you, but I think there's two genders, and I think one is not really good at that part.
Where she knows that she might need lawyers.
And that's also another good point. Like, whenever you're having a conversation with your chat about whether it's defamation or not, I think that there's maybe you should think twice about why you're doing that.
In the very near future for slandering my name.
Wait, didn't he actually... Wait, didn't he threaten this like a year ago or 2 years ago?
And defaming me on a daily basis.
Yes.
Yes.
Come on, sue them! Sue them!
Who has gone live and attempted to call me a criminal, call me a rapist, tell me my father deserved to have his legs blown off and his ears cut off, which, by the way, she also...
I don't believe that. I want to see it.
calls my father a rapist as well, which is crazy because if you look...
I mean, that's literally confirmed by the court to be true. Listen. The courts confirmed this to be true. I mean, the court case is already done and shut. It's confirmed.
Look into the court documents. The only thing that happened, there was no rape whatsoever. So once again,
the only thing.
So lying on the truth. I've also shown documents of that on my Twitter. And the other woman is another woman. Minx. Known alcoholic.
Jesus.
Known drug abuser.
Tectone has...
We have been wishing for something to happen to Minx for such a long time. It's insane, okay? And it's still dead. It's nothing. It's insane.
I'm gonna just say it.
Yep. Guess we can go back in.
I'm gonna just say what happened that day.
Oh no.
So Tectone was getting invited. I don't know. Maybe people might not like this. That's too bad. I'm saying it anyway. So this was a few years ago, and this is the first day I actually met Tectone. Second time, actually, I met Tectone. And we were doing his stream for him joining OTK for the first time. And so we were over at Miz's house. Everybody was there. S-Fan was there. I was there. Minx was there. Milena was there.
Let me guess. She got drunk. I mean, why would you ever... As a business owner, why would you ever actually just take on someone whose main personality features being constantly drunk or inebriated in some way? Why would you ever take them even on?
Miz was there. Everybody was there. Nick was there. And so we had a big event, and Tectone was getting announced. And during this event, Minx decided to start drinking. And I like Minx. I've had nothing but positive interactions with Minx. I've talked to her privately. I've hung out with her in real life, not for a very long period of time, but for a bit. I've had no issues with her at all.
Oof.
But I think that she would agree with me when I say that her and alcohol probably don't go very well.
Really?
And so she was wilding out, going crazy at this live stream. She was going ape.
Should have fired her right then and there.
Shit, on this live stream. She was on the floor, and then Milena was giving her more drinks as well. S-Fan gets really upset about this, and he gets mad, and then he makes a scene out of it, which, to be fair, S-Fan was right. It was insane that it was happening. And basically, Minx, I'm just going to say it, Minx ruined Tectone's announcement video. She did, because...
Ah, the poor guy, his moment.
At the end of it, on fucking.
Should have kicked her out. Come on, man, the fuck up. You can do these things. You can do it. Easy.
LSF, the only thread that was there wasn't even about Tectone. It was about Minx getting drunk as fuck at the event. And then, oh, it gets even better than that. So
Drunk getting drunk? Holy man. Did you expect that? I did not expect that twist and turn of the things that happen, boys. Like, a drunk getting drunk. Whoa! Man. News. That's news. I never expected that.
I know, maybe I shouldn't say this. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. This was an instrumental domino in us losing our sponsorship with Chipotle. We had a Chipotle sponsorship, and we lost it, and this was one of the reasons why.
No, poor management is the reason why you probably lost it. You should not have gotten her in the first place. I mean, really, do you think that was a good idea? No, that was a horrible idea. Everyone knows it.
I was so mad, and it's also like
might as well literally hire Hassan at that point. That would probably been even better at least at that point. You know, Al Qaeda supporting Hassan terrorist biker. Even he would have been better PR than that. At least he's kind of predictable, okay?
By the way, yes, Minx. No, I'm not going to blame Minx for everything, right? I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying there's a reason why...
I mean, we already started. Might as well finish.
Tectone has a vendetta against Minx. As I said before, Minx, so I went over, because she was staying at S-Fan's house for a while, and she had these 2 black cats. And one of these black cats was just the most... Like, I mean, she had to, like, hand feed this thing. She's, like, hand feeding it, and, like, she's bringing it around on a pillow. Like, this cat is, like, a reincarnation of the Buddha, right? Like, she's, like, hand feeding this cat. And Larry, I don't know if it's Larry or not. I don't remember the name. And I'm just watching this happen, and I'm like, oh, my God, this cat owns her. And it's like, I mean, it was kind of cute, right? It was a nice cat. I petted the cat. And, you know, I've had only good relationships with Minx. Everything's been fine. As I said before, I don't have problems with people. But from Tectone's perspective, she absolutely stole the spotlight away from Tectone joining OTK.
That is such a Kardashian thing to be upset about.
And that event had so much drama because of Minx. That's what happened. I just gotta say it. This drama is so fucking stupid. Streamers aren't real people.
True.
Yes, real people are worse.
No, real people are normal. All of this is just insanity. No one really cares. And I hope that someday this all ends in a giant gladiatorial arena.
People are absolutely worse. What are you talking about?
Streaming is not a real job, Buttercup. It's just
Drunk Minx equals harassment 3 years later? Well, no, I'm just saying, like, I'm giving a background on this because I thought it was a funny story to tell.
Known Schizo goes live on Twitter and says, reminder, Tectone's dad is a rapist, and that I also...
Again, literally court documents can collaborate this. Listen, I'm gonna tell you some real-world lore, some stuff that you can't learn anywhere else but the real life, okay? In armies, if something like that happens, no one gets just shafted away. That doesn't happen, okay? You don't lose your spot in the army because you accidentally just touch someone's tie, okay? You don't. That's not a real thing. It doesn't happen, okay? Especially if you're not the average army employee. If you're above average rank, which this is the case, okay? The 5 women who decided to come out against with the most minor accusations, by the way, have lost their job in the army. They will never work in the army and in the government, probably, because they have been blacklisted for coming out against this. And again, the courts literally ruled 120% in their favor. Like, Takedown's dad is convicted of this. You know what that conviction ends up with? A golden parachute. He got off like Bobby Kotick. That's how these things work. This is real life, not some imaginary shit.
have sexually assaulted 2 women, according to her.
Hold up.
Another woman who is accusing me of 2 women.
Who was there and got an anime tattoo to feel better after sexually assaulting and degrading.
Dude, the anime tattoo, by the way, is so cringe. It's like the Berserk tattoo. That is so cringe, though. That is...
his past
I'm
partners.
sorry.
That's a very big accusation. That's... Wow. Wow, that's a lot to say, isn't it?
Dude, true.
According to her. Another woman who is accusing me of crimes. Oh, and trust me, this woman is so deranged, she believes that she's lived with me.
Thought she was over at S.
Damn.
I want to remind you, I've met Minx
Wait, what is that, Asmon? Continue the sentence.
one time at the OTK Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, where I joined OTK. I have...
Okay. It looks like he wants to say something.
So, at the time, so Tectone had to move to Austin in order to join, right? And when he did so, that's whenever he borrowed all the money from Miz, and like this is all very
Should have not paid him back.
Very well known.
Hey, if you're stupid enough to give large sums of money away without a contract, I mean, I'm not returning that. I'm just saying.
And this is when he was still dating his wife at the time, Freem. And him and Freem are living together.
Dating your wife.
So, yeah, Tectone, as far as I know, never lived with Minx. He's dating his wife.
Stupid.
Yeah, isn't that gay? No, I'm just kidding. No,
it is.
I don't know.
Met her one time.
Since
Since then, I have lived with minimum a partner, a wife, or a roommate, or a girlfriend.
You look so uncomfortable on the couch where she wears a chicken costume on the floor. Honestly, after that stream, I hung out with Minx for a while off stream, and everything was fine, and there were no issues. Yeah, I mean, no, I don't like. Again, this is another like. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but like every interaction that I have with people is never bad. I never have bad interactions with people. Isn't that interesting?
Unbelievable.
Throughout my entirety of living here, never once have I lived by myself. I have always had someone living with me the entire time I've been down in Austin. And this woman is so deranged that she thinks that I lived with her. Now, I don't know what
I don't think Tectone
gorgeous bald man with a beautiful beard she must be having sex with on a daily basis in her STD-ridden pussy to think that it's me.
By the way, this is why he got banned, because he went on a 10-minute tirade talking about how she has all of those things. That's pretty wild.
But I assure you,
obviously he tried to get banned on Twitch because that's the best promotion ever. That's the move that every sane person would do. And it paid off.
I have never lived with this woman. I don't even know this woman outside of a one-time interaction where there was 50 other streamers there. Now, you might be wondering, why did I get banned for 7 days on twitch.tv/Tectone? Why did Twitch deem me worthy of a 7-day ban? Because I called them whores. Yep, I called 2 women with OnlyFans whores. Which
I think that if he did this without it being without them attacking him, I would support Twitch banning him and say that it was fair.
Damn, that's not fair. Shut up.
These are 2 people who have antagonized Tectone and made claims and insults about him.
It's not time to white knight, okay?
Multiple times. And I think at that point, if you enter into the arena of insults and attacks, you need to expect to get it back. That's it. So it's like if somebody's talking shit and then you talk shit back, yes, they have flagged for PvP. How is Tectone getting a dishonorable kill when they were the ones that flagged for PvP in the first place? It's not fair. That's bullshit.
Exactly. Time to stop white knighting.
Is, by the way, by definition, a factual statement. OnlyFans girls who are sex workers are prostitutes. Prostitutes are whores. Whores are prostitutes. Prostitutes are sex workers. I got banned.
Damn, that's That's like a circle with a circle in between. Damn.
For 2 weeks for calling a fat person fat. I got banned for 7 days for calling a whore. And now, I'm sorry if that terminology upsets you.
Nah.
But the problem is, that doesn't make it any less true.
I don't even think that that's the point. I mean, if they want to, even if you want to say that it's degrading for him to say that,
It's not.
they both should have gotten banned.
No one cares.
There is a world where one person gets banned. There's a world where neither of them get banned, and there's a world where both of them get banned. But
Listen. If I was in that position, I would say the most wild shit ever, okay? I would be this close to getting sued by these people, okay? That's how far I would go to make a promotion as max as possible for this situation. Because that's the smart thing to do. That's the right thing to do. Listen, and then I would view bot my kick to 100k viewers. Kick probably is gonna do it for them, by the way. Make no mistake. Kick's not actually fitting over Twitch. It's fucking bullshit. That ad revenue also is not real, by the way. Well, it's real in the fact that it gets paid, but it gets supplemented by stake. Let's take, because probably a lot of people have heard about the absolutely insane ad revenue that Kick has. It's something like 20 times almost better than Twitch, and 20 times better than literally every other place that serves ads. So let's do a little bit of a logic puzzle. You're not going to have to do anything. I'm just going to explain. So Twitch has this opportunity to get 20 more times ad revenue for an ad than every other platform, any other site in the history of the internet that currently exists. So you're telling me there's a possibility to do that, but no one else does it? Sus. Real sus. I wonder why. Yeah, because it's fake. Twitch just supplements the ad revenue with stake. They probably have a multiplier of something. So, you know, that's how they're trying to get people in by saying, "Oh, look at this. You can come to us, have 5 viewers, and make 10k a month." Now that's just supplementing from gambling money. And most people know this, by the way.
there should not be a world where one of them gets banned. That's outrageous. It's the double standards.
And the reality...
This guy thinks he's the bald Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate is bald. But Andrew Tate's already bald. Wait, what? Have you seen a picture of it? What an idiot.
What?
Is when I go live and I tell the truth and I get banned for 7 days, and then you have these same women where I am only calling that out of defense. I'm only calling them that out of defense because they have provoked me by accusing me of crimes that I have not committed.
Yeah, and it's like also like, I mean, let's just ask the question, right? What's worse, calling somebody a whore or calling somebody a rapist? Everybody knows it's a rapist. That's obviously the worst.
Man up. I mean, what do you want to do? Cry about it? Just man the fuck up. Man up. Stop crying. Stop crying. Men should not be crying about everything constantly. It is what it is. Someone called you a bad word. What are you gonna do? Cry in your pillow? Stop. Stop crying. Be a man. Stop being a crybaby.
It's the worst by 1,000,000 times. It's not even remotely close. It's definitely...
If someone offends you, just get him back. That's it. Simple.
Defamation. It's completely indefensible, right? And so, yes, absolutely. And so, like, there's this, again, it's a massive inversion of logic here. Total inversion of logic. Double standards? Yeah.
Going in on allegations that went fucking nowhere almost a year ago now.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty reasonable if I call them a name or two. So I want to let you guys all know this.
No, it's simple. If somebody calls you a name, you get to call them a name. That's the way it works. If you flag for PvP, you can't be surprised.
Okay, stop with the PvP analogies. No one cares. Okay, listen. Spend more time in real life, clean your room or something. Anyway, yeah. What a shit fest.